Part 2 begins in Limerick at school, where Fintan earns an apple peel and shares it with Frank and Patty, automatically becoming friends. He invites them to his house, but they reluctantly agree since he isn't cool. At Fintan's house, they eat mustard sandwiches and repeat this a few days later. However, this time, Fintan is the only one eating his sandwich, and Frank and Patty leave out of anger and go to a nearby farm to steal some apples and milk. He decides to spend the night at Patty's house to escape his parents' wrath for missing school. Patty's squalor is actually worse than his, and he decides to spend the night there. Mr. Clohessy is extremely consumptive. The next morning, Angela appears at Patty's house and reminisces with Patty's dad on all the good times. Malachi continues to drink away his dole money. Meanwhile, at school, Frank finds it satisfying when his annoying friend Mickey dies, showing his insensitivity develop in the story. Frank helps his Uncle Pat deliver newspapers, who terribly mistreats him. Here, he becomes strong friends with an old man named Mr. Timony. His dog bit 3 people, and the priest pronounced Buddhism a danger. Frank's confirmation is coming up. Mikey and Frank pay Quasimodo to go see at his sisters naked. That night, Mikey climbs the drain pipes to go look and peep over, but he has a fit and falls down. Quasimodo freaks out, and Frank talks to his mom, and they decide to still have the confirmation since Frank didn't do anything. Frank has typhoid fever. He goes to the hospital, and he befriends Seamus and Patricia. Later, he goes back to school, and he learns that he might have to repeat the year, but he writes an impressive essay, and he moves on. Malachi gets a job, and Frank gets an eye infection and sees Mr. Timony again. Angela's furious when Malachi spends all the money at the bar. Angela has to go to a dispensary for help now. Frank pretends to be Robin Hood. Meanwhile, they move upstairs and Angela gets pneumonia. Their Aunt Aggie has to watch them. She terribly mistreats Frank. Frank writes to his father, and Malachi actually does come, but the second Angela feels better, he's out again. Angela has to go outside and beg outside of a church for money.